everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make this poncho here. It's got fringe, which is always optional. It's very easy. It's all double crochet, but it's just done in one loop. So that's what gives it that ridge there. Very, very easy poncho as long as you know how to do double crochet and single crochet. Now it's a 4-point poncho, but the side points are shorter than the front and back points, so that way it doesn't hang down so low on your arms. It doesn't really take a long time to make. It is made with a lighter weight yarn, so it's a lightweight poncho. Actually, it's not real heavy or anything. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, this is a poncho. You can make it fit your size, so it's pretty much a one size fits most. You keep doing rows. If the row, it's a one size fits most, but if you want it bigger, you just keep doing rows until it fits you, because the more rows you do, the bigger the poncho will get. So that's how you kind of increase the size on a poncho. You just add more rows until it fits to your liking. Okay, for this project, I am using Hirschner's brand Pastry Puffs Plus yarn. It is a 100% acrylic, and it's a lightweight number 3. You don't have to use this yarn. Any lightweight 3 yarn will work. There's 743 yards per cake, and I used pretty much all of 2 cakes. That's including the fringe though. If you don't want the fringe, you can leave it off. But you can always make your poncho bigger, and you might need more yarn than what I say. But about 1,500 yards for how I made it. The color I am using is called Allspice. And then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off with a chain of 84. Now once you get your chain of 84 made, we're going to go ahead and follow it down without twisting your chain, and we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch to form one large ring. So go right ahead into the first stitch and slip stitch just like that. Now we are going to chain 1. Now you want to go right back into that same spot that we just slip stitched into and work a single crochet. And now I'm going to work along my chain, and I'm going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. Just like this. So 1 single in every stitch all the way around until you get back to your starting point. Alright, now once you make it back around to your starting point, at the end of round 1, you want to go ahead and end by slip stitching into your first single crochet. Not that chain 1, but the first single crochet. Go ahead and slip stitch into that. And now you should have a total of 84 stitches. Now we're going to start round 2. Now remember I said it's a 4-point poncho, so on round 2 we're going to put the points. So we are going to start by chaining 1, and we're going to put our first point right here in this stitch, and this point is actually going to be the back point of the poncho. So we're going to go work into this same stitch, and we're going to work 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2, and then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to go back into the same stitch, and we're going to work 2 more. So that the back point of the poncho, it's 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the next 20 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I got my 20 stitches, 20 double crochets there in a row. Now I'm going to make my next point, which is my side point, which is the point that's going to be on your arm. Now, the front and the back points are going to be sharper than the ones on the side. So this next stitch, the side point, we're just going to put 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double crochet. So the side points get 1 double, chain 2, and 1 double. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work 1 double crochet again into the next 20 stitches. All right, I got my 20 stitches in a row again. Now the next point is going to be the point that's on the front of the poncho. So it's going to be the one that needs to be a little bit sharper. So it's going to get 2 double crochets, a chain of 2, and 2 more doubles. So it gets the same as the back point. The front and the back get the same, the points on the front and the back get the same. 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Now again, I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the next 20 stitches. All right, I've done my 20 stitches in a row again, and now I'm going to do my last point, which is my side point. So it's going to get, the next stitch is going to get 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 more double crochet. And now I'm going to go ahead and work 1 double crochet in the remaining stitches. You should have 20 stitches left. So go ahead and put 1 double crochet in the remaining 20 stitches. Okay, I've made it to the end of round 2, and I'm going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into my first double crochet. Just like that. And now you should have a total of 92 stitches, and this is what it kind of looks like. It's not exactly square, even though it has 4 points, because like I said, the back and the front point are going to hang down lower than the 2 that go on your arms. So it's going to take more of a diamond effect, I guess, just a bit. Okay, now we're going to start round 3. Round 3 is the repeat round for the whole poncho, and it's really, really easy to do. So round 3, we're going to start by slip stitching 2 times till we get to our first chain 2 space. And then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into this is the back point right here, so we need to do right through the chain space 2 double crochets, a chain of 2, and 2 more double crochets, just like that. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch until we get to our next point, but we're going to work it in the back loop only. So you see the stitch has 2 loops. The one closest to you is the front loop, and the one furthest away is the back loop. We are going to double crochet in the back loop only. So you're only working through 1 loop. And we're going to do that in every stitch, the back loop only, until we get to our next chain 2 space. Now what I like to do, sometimes when you're just working in 1 loop, it tends to stretch. So I'm going to yarn over and go into the back loop. I kind of grab it like that so it doesn't stretch so much. Then grab it here, kind of hold that loop. Still going to stretch a bit, but it won't look so bad once you get more rows on it. So we're just working 1 double crochet in the back loop only until we get to our next chain 2 space. And that's what's giving it the look of the little ridges on the poncho. Right here. If you wanted to go through both loops, that would be fine. I mean, it would still turn out the same. It's just not going to have that decorative, these ridges on it that you see right here. But I'm going to go ahead and continue working 1 double crochet in the back loop only of every stitch until I get to my next chain 2 space. Alright, I've made it to my next chain 2 space. Now this is the point on the side, so remember it's not as sharp. So you go into that chain 2 space and we're just going to work right through the space. 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double crochet. Like that. And now I'm going to continue working 1 double crochet in every stitch, working in the back loop only. Make sure you get this first stitch here. Sometimes he hides. But going into the back loop only of the stitch. And double crochet. And I'm going to do this until I get to my next chain 2 space. Alright, I made it to my next chain 2 space, and this is going to be the front of the poncho, so it needs the sharper point. So into the chain 2 space you work 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 more doubles. Just like that. And now I'm going to continue again, working 1 double crochet in every stitch in the back loop only until I get to my next chain 2 space. Alrighty, I made it to my last chain 2 space, and remember this is one that goes across your arm, so it's not as sharp as the front and back, so it only gets right through the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double. And now I'm going to finish out by putting 1 double crochet in the back loop only of the remaining stitches until we get back to our starting point. Okay, I'm coming here to the end of round 3. Now right here, these last 2 stitches is where we slip stitched into, and you just kind of got to do your best to wiggle through the back loop. It's going to be tight, it's going to be difficult, but just do the best you can on those last 2. There we go. That was one as hard as I thought it was going to be. Now we're going to go ahead and end round 3 by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Like that. And now you'll have a total of 104 stitches. And this is what it's starting to look like. Now that's all that it is now. It's just a repeat of round 3. We're just going to repeat what we just did. You'll always have, from now on, 12 more stitches than you did the previous round. So for round 4, we're just going to do what we did on round 3. We're going to slip stitch 2 times to our first chain 2 space. And then we'll chain 1. And since this is our back point, it's our sharp point, we're going to work through the chain 2 space, and we're going to work 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 more doubles. And then we're just going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch in the back loop only of every stitch until we get to our next chain 2 space. Just like this. So it's really easy. Oh. And remember, when you get to your next chain 2 space, it's going to be the point that goes on your arm. So it's not going to be, it's only going to get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. And then back loop only. And then your front point will get 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, double crochet, back loop only. And then your last point here will get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. And then 1 double in the back loop only to the end. And then you just keep repeating that row. So you want to keep repeating row 3 until you get your poncho as big as you want it to be. Now I done a total of 31 rounds. You can, that's counting the very first round of single crochet. So counting that as number 1, I done a total of 31. Now you can do it as many as you like, but you want to go ahead and finish it out till you get it as big as you want it to be, or until you do it like mine of 31 rounds. All right, I finished getting the poncho the length that I wanted, and now I'm going to go around the neck here just to clean it all up. So I have the back of the poncho facing me. You can see here's where I started. It doesn't really matter, but that way your starting point will be in the back. So you can start in any stitch around the collar that you want. Just go in and grab a stitch and pull your yarn through and then chain 1. Now I'm going to go back into that same stitch and I'm going to single crochet. And now I'm going to work, and I'm going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch around the whole collar portion of the poncho. All this is doing is cleaning up this top edge. So you want to do this all the way around the collar until you get back right over here to your starting point. So 1 single crochet all the way across the front, all the way back around until you get right back here. All right, I've made it back to my starting point, and you want to go ahead and end by slip stitching into your first single crochet. Now you should have 84 stitches because that's what we had in the very beginning on row 1. If you don't, that's okay. It's not going to matter, just as long as it's somewhere close to that. Now I'm going to go around one more time with 1 more round of single crochet. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to go ahead and chain 1. I'm going to go back into that same stitch and single crochet, and then I'm just going to continue working around one more time, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get back to my starting point. Oh, gotta love those knots, don't you? Oh man, I gotta go off camera for this one. So just continue and work 1 single crochet again all the way around until you get back to your starting point. All right, I've made it back around, and I want to go ahead and end again by slip stitching into my first single crochet. 84 stitches is what you should have. Go ahead and break that. Can't find my scissors. And that is that. Now you want to hide that tail. Now if you want to put fringe on it, like I did, I'll go ahead and show you how I did my fringe, but of course you can leave it off. You could do like a shell edging, a picot edging, no edging, or a single crochet edging, whatever type of edging you want, or you, like I said, you can just leave it plain. But this is how I did the fringe for this one. So I cut some pieces of yarn, and then they're about 8 inches long, and I'm going to put 2 of them together like this. Make the ends match up on it. And then I'm going to go into the stitch from the behind like this with my hook and pull them through, and then even them up at the bottom the best that you can, like that, and then pull them through the loop like that. And then I'll do it again. I'm doing it in every stitch, so I grab 2 more, go into the next stitch from the behind underneath like that, pull them through, keep your fingers in the loop, even them up at the bottom the best that you can, and then pull them through the loop. So that's how I add fringe. Now if you want to do every other stitch, that's fine. Every 3 stitches, whatever you want to do, however much fringe you want, if you want fringe, is up to you. But that's how I add the fringe on. And once you get that done, that is it after you hide all your tails. Pretty easy, but pretty cool looking poncho if you ask me. And it's finished. If you want to trim up at the end, you can trim up the fringe if you want to get it all even. But that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I like it. I like it a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You don't want to miss out on any of those tutorials that I put on. Or I put on lots of yarn related content too. Unboxings and yarn reviews, all kinds of stuff like that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you like this video, I always appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So until next time, if you look over there on the right hand side of the screen right now, I'll put a playlist of all my other ponchos. I got quite a few of them on my channel. Maybe you could take a quick peek and maybe you'll see another one that you like and that you want to make. So until next time, have a good day.